welcome. Good morning. I'm Kathleen Frankert. I'm a licensed spiritual practitioner here, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. So happy to have you here this morning. Joining us back at the Garden Club of Sarasota. We're here, yes, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's a nice reminder of Mother Nature. We're here this week and next week. If you're not here with us in person today, make sure that you're here with us in person next week and get to the right place. And if you're joining us online, I hope that you're enjoying some beautiful scenery behind me. Again, welcome. So glad to have you here on this kind of interesting weather pattern that we're in. You know, it's like, is it going to rain? Is it going to be hot? You know, so we're here enjoying what Mother Nature has done behind us with all this wonderful rain that we've gotten in the last day or so. So anyway, welcome. We have a great Sunday service in store for you today. We have been looking this whole year at the idea of open at the top. And what does that mean? And how do we live that? What does that say about us as individuals? But what does it say also about this philosophy that we study here, the science of mind and spirit? And as part of that exploration, every month we look at a different aspect of it. This month we are looking at whole no matter what. Whole no matter what. No matter the conditions, the situations, the circumstances, what they did, what she said, what he had on his mind at the time, what the interaction was, what the results are. Whole no matter what. It's a challenging idea, isn't it? So we're teasing that apart, and Reverend Theresa, our spiritual director and founding minister, is going to look at another aspect of this in her message today, what we believe about wholeness. So I know that that's going to be a wonderful addition to our discussion and our exploration of this topic. So look forward to that. This morning we have with us the wonderful Pedro and Zoe. They have been with us before. We've heard them here before. We've heard them around town in Sarasota and elsewhere. Welcome back, both of you. We're so glad to have you with us. And we know that we're in for a really beautiful musical inspiration today, along with our message and our prayer time together. All right, so with all of that said, I just invite us now to go within. And as we settle in for this time of prayer, just ask you to contemplate two questions. Where is my body right now? And where is my mind right now? Let's bring into our awareness the union of our body and our mind right in this present moment, right where life is happening. And know that in this present moment is all the possibility of life, of creation. Because this is where life is always bringing itself forth. And by life, I mean life with a capital L, another way of saying God, the creative energy, the life force, the one. Out of that perfection, life is creating. It's created everything we see, all the unseen. It's created each and every individual hearing these words. It's created everyone everywhere, you and me, out of that. We are its creation, its expression. It's valuable to remember and know that so that we can use that knowledge to be further empowered to create the life that we love, the life that Spirit has created us to express as our authentic selves. I affirm and note that today's time in community, today's message and music and reading and contemplation might bring us an even deeper and more clear awareness of this inherent good, this inherent universal good available and operating in, through, and as each one. I give thanks that this time together is blessed and a blessing to one and all. Releasing this word now, I give great thanks for it, and so it is. Welcome, Pedro y Zoe.
Many years ago, I wrote this. Pedro gave me a guitar that he made for my birthday, and I wrote him this song. This song is partially in Spanish, but I think you all will be able to resonate with the message. It's called Pajarito Lindo, which means beautiful bird. And when I first met him, he was in a phase in his life where he was feeling the weariness of life. And so I wrote this song to remind him that together with people that you love and together in song, we can remember the truth of who we are and the lightness of being.
Inside your heart leaves you longing just the same. You built your cage of broken chords, of calls with no response. You risked your dreams and hopes to sing somebody else's song. Escape this gilded cage. Your destiny is waiting for your heart to make a change. Pajarito lindo, no te quedes por aquí. Llévame contigo, hay tanto que vivir. Pajarito lindo, te llama tu país. Las canciones de tu alma te van a hacer feliz. songs that fill my heart that no one else can sing. Pajarito lindo, our home is in the sky. Our world is made of the stars we see when we kiss and close our eyes. Pajarito lindo, te llama tu país. Las canciones de tu alma te van a hacer feliz.
Thank you, Pedro and Zoe. Nice having you back with us. My name is Jane Kyle Yoder, and I have the privilege of being your reader once again this month. My reading today are excerpts from Ernest Holmes' book, This Thing Called You. I highly recommend this book. As the artist weds him or herself to beauty, imbibing the essence of spirit or beauty that it may be transmitted to the canvas or awaken the cold marble into living form, so must you wed yourself to love. You must imbibe its spirit. This love is more than a sentiment. It is a deep sense of the underlying unity and beauty of all life, the goodness running through everything, the givingness of life to everything. You are to know that good keeps you in perfect activity, surrounds you with love and friendship, and brings the experience of joy to everything you do. You are to impart an atmosphere of confidence and faith which uplifts and enlightens everything in your environment. It is only as you live affirmatively that you can be happy, knowing that there is but one spirit in which everyone lives, moves, and has his being. You are to feel this spirit not only in your consciousness, but in your affairs. You are to hold conscious communion with this spirit in humanity. In a hand clasp, you can feel its warmth and color. In exchange of thought, you are to feel the presence of the divine. You are to sense it in everything. You are united with all. You are the one with the eternal light itself. The presence of spirit within you blesses everyone you meet, tends to heal everything you touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone you contact. Therefore, you are a blessing to yourself, to mankind, and to the day in which you live. Today, you are to hold your thoughts steadfast in the realization that God withholds nothing from you. Therefore, prepare yourself for a life of joy, love, happiness, and well-being. Believe in divine freedom, which is yours by birthright. And here are a few of Ernest Holmes' affirmation statements. I know that the law of God surrounds me with love and friendship. I permit love and friendship to flow out to all things, to all people everywhere. I let it radiate in my environment, bless everything I touch, make whole that which is weak, turn fear into faith, and accomplish the miracle for healing through love. Whatsoever things are good and true, I shall think upon. This I shall remember, that the Spirit is not far off. I shall remind myself that I live in the divine presence, that my affairs are in the keeping of the eternal mind. Peace, poise, and power belong to my kingdom. I give joy and love to all, knowing that the gift of life is not to me alone. I share my good.
I welcome the opportunity to love fully, completely, and joyfully. I believe in myself because I believe in God. I accept life fully, completely, without reservation, holding to the conviction that good is the eternal reality and that God is the everlasting presence. I live, move, and have my being in wholeness. Thank you. Enjoy a sensational Sunday.
I see them bloom from me to you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred nights. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. With the color of the rainbow so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll see much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. with the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. Also on the faces of people passing by, I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll see much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
I did not wear the waterproof mascara this morning. I thought maybe I was over that. Thank you. I don't know about you, but I'm still high from last week. Yeah? Last week's celebration was so amazing. We know how to throw a party. First off, we know how to throw a party. But it was just so filled with love and authenticity, truth. So many people came together to make it happen in such a beautiful way. I mean, it truly is something I can't just be over it. I'm not over it, right? I'm not going to get over it. It's something I want to keep celebrating. I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate our practitioners. I want to celebrate all our practitioners. I want to celebrate me. I want to celebrate what we're building together. I just, and so I thought, well, gosh, I want to just talk about this. I want to keep talking about this, and the topic is wholeness. It's really the same thing, isn't it? It's the same thing. Ernest Holmes said, our word does not restore wholeness, it reveals it. Well, that's what practitioners do. So this idea of what we believe about it is really it's what we're doing all the time, this idea of wholeness. We're working on that idea all the time. I mean, truly, the practitioners spend at least 4 years developing a consciousness of wholeness. That's really what it's about, isn't it? It's a consciousness of wholeness, of seeing all of it, nothing on the outside. That's why our teaching symbol, we've got the circle because there's, you can't say God's a circle, but the source of all life is everything. So in our human minds, we want to see it as something. So it's a circle and nothing's outside the circle, right? That's what that means. So, but many of us don't feel that. We don't feel whole all the time. There's things about ourselves we don't really like, and so we want to reject that part of us and name it. That's bad. I don't like that I do that. I don't like that I think that way. I want to reject that part of ourselves or suppress that part. Or we put a mask on to cover it and to pretend that we're something else. And we do this in really overt ways and subtle ways, both. Yet, I feel like a whole new world opens up to us when we drop those things. A whole new world opens up when we can honor every part of ourselves, every piece that we think we don't like, everything that we feel shameful of, everything we wished hadn't happened. All of that stuff, the stories we don't like. When we can honor that as part of our journey, that's our wholeness. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. And that's the work that's done in our classes. So I do want to continue with this idea of the learning and the development of our consciousness. So in our classes, no matter which one they are, we're really taking a deep look at how life got to be the way it is, how our beliefs shaped the life that we're living. Because we're creating it all the time. We're super powerful. Don't ever think that you're not. You're very powerful. And so you look at your life and you see what you're creating, right? And it's done with great love when we do that. So this class that I'm getting ready to start is the Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. It's a basic foundational class of ours. And it's to uncover those beliefs, uncover thoughts and behaviors, things that we've believed since we were children that maybe are not who we really are. Ideas that aren't really true. They're not really true about us. So we want to set time aside to investigate and discover who we really are. Because what's going on the inside is creating what's going on the outside. And these are metaphysical principles, very simple metaphysical principles of the creative process, that we're constantly doing that. And so this is an opportunity to shift our relationship with ourselves, with the other people in our lives, with our money, with our health. We learn spiritual mind treatment, affirmations, and other tools. I've heard it said that the only obligation in life is to be real, is to be authentically who you are. Like that's really our only obligation. I feel like that's a big piece of the foundation of this community, of why we started it in the first place, was so that my authentic voice could be shared, so that others could come in and share their authentic voice, their ideas, their talents, and to grow in their possibilities. And we're all doing that together, growing in our possibilities. It requires a sense of self-acceptance and self-love, but that doesn't always mean that we don't want to grow, though, right? Like, there seems like, we say we're whole, perfect, and complete, and yet then I say, oh, take a class and better yourself. What is that woman talking about? Friday, we had the women's meditation, and before that, we had dinner at Bangkok. And there's a group of us sitting there, and we were using Linda Comito's Just Ask 1, 2, 3 cards. And one of the questions was, how do you show self-care to yourself? And we went around the table. And while everybody's was a little different, they were really the same. It was, I eat well, I exercise, I do my spiritual practice, I take care of myself. That's how I self-care. One person said they eat healthy, one person said they eat fudgesicles, and that was self-care for them, right? Yeah, we do, you do you, I'll do me, right? Yeah. So, a challenge comes when we sit at a table and we listen to what other people do to be healthy, that we don't compare ourselves with them. that we don't take away from what works for us. That's really important. It's tragic. It's just tragic to be comparing ourselves to other people. I can't compare myself to other ministers. I just can't. I don't. I won't. And I look at our practitioners, and each one of them are so different, having different opinions and talents and approaches to things, different backgrounds. I look at the rest of you at the same thing. We come here with different experiences. We're not supposed to compare ourselves with each other, right? I mean, last week we heard from 3 individuals who just went through this sometimes arduous process of becoming a practitioner, a licensed spiritual practitioner. And they had different experiences of the classes. I'm telling you, they had different experiences of the exams, of the panels. They had different experiences. They all have different fears, and they have different dreams, right? And they have different desires for how they're going to use that license to help us in this community and those outside of our community. They're different. We're all different, The universe reveals its beauty and its unlimited creativity when we allow it to. It shows it through us. It shows us through the flowers that are blue, that are yellow, I don't know all the words, but that are green. Yeah, it shows it through all of us, But too often our insecurities block our heart from opening. Sometimes our insecurities stop us from being confident and stepping into what we dream of. And so wholeness isn't achieved by having every piece in place. Hear me? Wholeness isn't achieved by having every piece in place. It's discovered when every piece has a place. Yeah? Yeah, you got it? So there's the paradox again with we were created perfect, whole, and complete. Just as we are. We don't need to change a thing, right? God's everything there is, shows itself through us, diverse and beautiful. And I want you to take my class, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. But you say, well, if I'm whole, perfect, and complete, why do I need to take another class? Well, because, think about this again, that quote of Ernest Holmes, our word does not restore wholeness, it reveals it. What is the word you are proclaiming about your life? Because we were not taught this as children. And as Angelica said last week, Angelica believed all kinds of things that she learned as a child and now is rethinking those things or has rethought those things, right? And religion also tells us that too. Religion also tells us that our very nature is a sin, that the very nature of who we are could possibly be wrong. Diana shared about that. Our culture, and certainly the culture I was raised in, was based on reward and punishment. So I learned to be good. If I was good, I got A's. If I got A's and I was good, I'd get money. If I got a C, I got nothing. If I got a D, I was losing money. At every step, I was judged. And this isn't just my parents. This is our society is based on that, on reward and punishment. And so we developed this idea that we need to hide or lie, just to get by. I'm not going to tell the truth. It's too damaging, Or we do what I developed and we push our way through things. We push hard, we work hard so that we are worthy. Thank God I learned that one. I believe that humanity itself is held back every time we believe a lie about ourselves. Humanity itself is held back every time you shrink, every time you believe that you're not worthy of something. All of us suffer for that. So this path to becoming a practitioner is a path of self-discovery. That's what I talked about last week. Well, all of us are on that spiritual journey. And Ernest Holmes said this about the journey of discovery, that it calls for a clearing away of the underbrush of ignorance, fear, superstition, a sense of isolation, which have made us feel that we are unworthy, unheld, and lost. In the divine providence of good, salvation is unnecessary, but self-discovery is essential. We do not save that which was lost. We merely discover that which needs to be found. We teach that we're all unique incarnations of the one source of life. There's no mistakes in that. So our teaching, the classes, are reminding us, helping us remember so that we can claim those parts of ourselves that we have disowned or called bad. So it's learning the power of our thought. That's the creative process, which we spent all last month talking about. So if we're believing we aren't worthy, then we're not open to receive the good that's right here available for us. That's right here available. So we want to create a conscious union with life. And that's what the classes help us do. That's what our practitioners help us do. Again, Ernest Holmes, who was the founder of this teaching, who studied Christianity, grew up reading the Bible every single day. Every single day, his mother read the Bible to him. And then he began reading Eastern philosophies Emerson's philosophy and Eastern religions, and sat at the feet of Sri Aurobindo and that kind of thing, and created this way of life that we call the science mind. And he said, when one separates themselves from the divine fire, they become an isolated spark. We are strong only when united with life. As soon as our consciousness is detached from spiritual wholeness, we can no longer draw from that inexhaustible reservoir of eternal existence. So we become exhausted. There is nothing for us to fall back on then. So who we are, again, reflects how we express ourselves in the outer world. So our relationships then become mirrors to who we are. So the people that you are surrounded by, the agreements or disagreements that you share with them. And so the more we can discover or uncover about our parts, removing our masks and be authentically ourselves, the more we're able to see the divinity in us and in each other, which is so called for. Again, Holmes states, humanity and divinity. Humanity and divinity will be identical when we recognize divinity in humanity. You got that? Yeah. So life tends towards bringing us into relationship, you know? Bobby's known Pedro for a long time. I met Pedro, and then I got to meet Zoe. Relationship. Our lives is full of relationship, right? Everything that flourishes does so through our connections. I see that here. We're witnessing that in a powerful way. A forest becomes whole or shows its wholeness because its trees exchange through the networks underground, right? And our body is whole because the organs cooperate. It's all working together. There's a symphony that's brilliant and beautiful because the different instruments harmonize and come together, right? That's the wholeness, and that's our lives. That's our lives in relationship. So it's less about uniformity and more about that harmony of how we bring all our parts together, our unique parts together. And so wholeness, then, is bigger than anything that would look like completeness. And this is something that I'm dealing with myself. So I'm going to share with you a frustration that I have, that I recognized 2 weeks ago. I think we were on our way to Emil's house to pick up Bobby's car with all the gear in it from Sunday. And we're driving down Fruitville Road, and I start saying, I feel frustrated, and I immediately start crying. Came seemingly out of nowhere. I didn't know these thoughts were in there. I'm frustrated that our spiritual expansion, which is great. I mean, we have a second spiritual living circle starting. We just had the men's group start, and it's already a great success from what I hear. Last week was just beyond what any one of us thought it would be. We're constantly expanding spiritually and as a community, right? And that's asking for a greater physical expression or a physical place for us. So this needing to move from one place to another, I don't like it. The having to turn away concert opportunities or speakers, national, international speakers that are coming through town that contact me and say, hey, I'd like to do an event with your group. We rent Sundays only. I'm going to talk about this more next week, but sometimes for me what was happening was I was feeling this frustration rise, and then this wholeness is larger than completeness hit me. This idea, if I'm going to talk about wholeness, how does it apply to this that I'm feeling, right? Because sometimes we can imagine in our mind's eye the right space finally being here so that we can become who we're meant to be, but when the space comes, it's not filled with just people. It's filled with us who we already know who we are. It's filled with us that already are doing what we do. It's filled with our love, right? Already. It's like it's not going to happen when we get in the building. It's happening. It's happening now. It's happening for people who already know how to love, how to serve, how to forgive, how to create, how to welcome new people. It's already happening, right? Many of us know Ann Williams had a car accident, totaled her car, and has been home unable to drive. And people, this is an example, people that I didn't orchestrate have been bringing food, taking her to the grocery store, taking her to appointments. I took her chocolate cupcakes because I know what's really important. And yeah. And yesterday, a beloved in our room took her to get her new car that she can't drive yet, but she's got a new car in her garage. I mean, that is love beyond anything I ever imagined, right? That's who we are. And we don't really need a building for that, but we do need a space for the concerts, and we do need a space. You know, we could have them do a concert for us, right? But, you know, we don't want it to just be on a Sunday morning. That's kind of tough probably for Pedro. They played last night at Waltz, by the way. The whole purpose of this teaching, the whole purpose of the Science of Mind, is to reconcile the apparent separation of perfect, whole, and complete, that spiritual world that we talk about and that we know and that we tip our toes in, right? With the imperfect world that we're dealing with the things that frustrate us, with the things that annoy us. For us, the whole point is that reconciliation, for us to come to a place of recognizing that the cause of the material world is coming from inside of us. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. That is the whole point of this teaching. So, there's many things that are difficult to do alone. Many things that are difficult to do alone. It was very difficult for Anne to try to traverse all the things that she's had to do over the last month. But when we live together in community, things become easier and they seem natural. We do them without being tired. We do them without a feeling of being strenuous effort or sacrificing. The community has its own collective energy. And without this energy, the practice of individual transformation becomes really hard. Right? And then without this energy, the world that works for everyone becomes near impossible. Yeah. Wholeness is the work of becoming. It's not the absence of brokenness. It's the refusal to let brokenness be the last word. So every act of compassion restores a fragment. Every truth spoken in love reconnects what seems to be divided. Every table widened, every wound tended, every stranger welcomed, moves us from isolation into communion. Wholeness isn't something we possess, it's something we practice together. Yeah. So on your chairs, there's sheets that tells you what a practitioner is. It tells you how they can meet with you, what a session is. It's usually an hour. Or the 5-minute miracle where you step behind the magic screen and poof, life changes because somebody sees you and hears you. It talks about what spiritual mind treatment is, our fancy word for prayer, affirmative prayer. And on the other side, it has all our practitioners and your ministers listed. Please, please, please reach out to us. That's what we're here for. I love you.
Well, to continue that message of wholeness is something that we practice together. This song I wrote is called Here for You.
Just ain't any room just ain't any room for love when you're feeling tethered to your fears. If you trust that you won't fall, we could fly together. But you'll have to ride the waves to feel better. If you take a chance on love, you could feel together. But the truth cannot win if you don't let it in, come what may. You can't feel lighter without releasing the heavy. All the doubts that consume, all the lies that destroy your happy. No, you don't have to do this alone if you want to feel better. Oh, I'm here for you, baby. You know we could do this together.
What a beautiful song. Yes, going together. I've heard it said, you can go fast alone, but you can go further together. So we know that we're going further together here as a spiritual community. Again, so happy to have you with us today. And this is our opportunity to give back. I have a friend up here buzzing around. To give back to this ministry, to this community that provides so much for us. So I invite you now to just take your gift in your hand. If you're joining us online, there's information scrolling at the bottom of your screen about how to do this virtually. And if you do online banking, this is a reminder that you might just want to set this up as an automatic contribution. That way you can just set it and forget it, as I have. However you're giving, I just invite you now to bring it either to your mind and to your heart space. And recognizing that this gift is imbued with intention. That this gift is imbued with love. That this gift is bringing that love and intention to the vision and ministry of the Center for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast. And it doesn't stop there. It goes out into the community. It goes out into the world. And as part of the law of circulation, it is moving through as an energetic flow throughout life and is also returning to the giver in myriad ways, in myriad blessings, knowing that this is already done. And so I just give great thanks for this opportunity to give, for this opportunity to know truth, and for the giver and the gift. We are so grateful, and so it is. And let's sing our offering affirmation together.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy once more. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
Good morning. What a wonderful morning. No, wonderful world, wonderful morning, wonderful music. The message today, right on with everything. Just all wonderful. And wonderful that you all allow me to share this morning with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, on to some stuff. All righty. First-timers. Any first-timers here? First-timers, first-timers? Please make sure that you get a gift. Talk to one of the greeters or something like that. We are so happy that you are here with us. Introduce yourself to Reverend Theresa. She really likes to get to know everybody, so please do. And we're so thankful that you're here, and come back and join us. Also sign up for the newsletter. It has all the information, one email a week, so you don't have to worry about being bombarded. You can sign up at the table on our website, cslculturalcoast.org. Has all the information coming up. July and August Science of Mind magazines are at the table. Go ahead and you can pick up one there. That you can also purchase one digitally. Kathleen is our practitioner of the day. So as Reverend Theresa said, if you need a little 5-minute miracle, or I also like to say that if you have things are going well, also meet with her. We keep the flow going. We understand that, when we put that, our mind and our affirmative prayer and everything in that direction, the benefits are so wonderful. Ongoing weekly things is that every Wednesday at 7 o'clock we have a spiritual living circle led by Jim Grove. And so that's at 7 p.m. via Zoom. It's a free event. Every Friday we have Reverend Diana, right, who's in the back. She has her heart, mind, spirit recovery, and that is hybrid. And so it's either Zoom or in person. That's at 7 p.m. every Friday. The workshop that Reverend Theresa talked about, Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life, it does give you the basics of what Science of Mind is all about, and more importantly, it shows you exactly how to start using them in your life at this moment. So you walk away with such wonderful tools right off the bat. So I highly, highly recommend it. And then this Friday, which is July 24th, we have Rev G, we have Rev G, Phil, Bobby, Diana, and Frankie as Crooked Feather playing at Streets of Paradise, 6:30 to 9. It is a fundraiser for both Streets of Paradise and for CSL Cultural Coast. Yeah. And so it is a love offering, so put lots of love into that offering, okay? Lots of love into that offering. So definitely, information, once again, is on the table. Next week, we will be back here at the Garden Club, and then starting August, we will be back at the Bayfront Room. So just to kind of keep you posted there. All the things are on the table. Please, go around, sign up. Once again, the newsletter, but definitely sign up for things. So then we can plan on you guys coming and we can make arrangements for that. Please stay for coffee and conversation, talking with everybody. And so happy that you all are here. And Pedro and Zoe, you can take us on out. Thanks so much.
This wonderful rain has brought some more mangoes.
Yes, Greg's got mangoes. Okay, Greg's got lots of mangoes. He only wants empty boxes back, okay? So, thanks.
just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to the land where joy will never end. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away, your glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Fly away, your glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. It's just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy will never end. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away, your glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. Oh, I'll fly away, your glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, by and by. I'll fly away. I said when I die. Hallelujah, by and by.